It's the end of July now, and we're finally home after what felt like forever away. All I want to do is be home, with my animals, tending to my overgrown garden. Yet, paradoxically, I find myself daydreaming of traveling again. We arrived home to a heat wave, which was perfectly fine by me because it meant I had an excuse to rest. And yeah, now we're home. But it feels strange to be home. I think the energy has just been a lot this week. And you know what it feels like? Like that week between Christmas and the New Year, and you just don't know what to do with yourself because you're just waiting for the next thing. Like something is ready to come forth, and I feel it deep in my solar plexus, ready to burst from within me. But not quite yet. That's what this week felt like. I spent this week in that divine balance between resting and taking action, moving my body in ways that feel just right, in no rush, and trusting that everything is right on time. Okay, so this is exciting. My elderflower did bloom while we were gone, and now it's forming these little berries. Only thing I'm wondering, I would love to share with the birds this year, but I don't think I'm going to end up having many berries, so I'm wondering if I bag them up. But I bet you they also only sell like nylon bags to cover, don't they? Huh. I'm going to end up sharing with the birds, aren't I? Yeah, see, they are so cute. Also, I was sick for like over a month there. I could have used elderberry syrup a long time ago. But that's okay, I guess. The birds better not be too greedy this year. Okay, so you know how every once in a while a friend will come to you and ask you for a recipe? Like a signature recipe that you make. Or like when someone comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm going somewhere, I need to bring something to share. What should I bring?" Okay, so I feel like when some variation of that happens, every time my mind goes blank. Like I forget everything I've ever made. But this, I have to remember in the future as one of mine. I've been making these zucchini brownies since I can remember, and sometimes I make it into more of a bread than a brownie, and I don't use measurements, which is why I sort of have the freedom to choose if I'm making a brownie or a bread. But I'll leave the outline for a version of this down below in case anyone wants to make it. I had zucchinis that I accidentally let grow way too big in my garden, which this recipe is perfect for. But yeah, whether it's a brownie or bread, it always turns out so good. Wow. I fell asleep on the grass in my backyard yesterday. And oh my god, it was so magical. There's something about laying in the earth being held by the mother. It makes you wonder why we don't do it more often. Because oh my gosh, it is magical. I could lay here all day. This week I had to stop myself from rushing. Sometimes we can get caught up in our minds, racing to the next thing, when really there doesn't have to be a next big thing. And the more our minds try to create the next big thing without actually slowing down and becoming a match to that thing, the more we're only creating resistance. Resistance and anxiety and a racing mind, which simply loops us back to the start again. And it's been a major practice for me, something I admittedly am not good at. But when I check in with myself, with the highest version of myself, she is patient, she is still, and she is not following a racing mind, moving from one thing to the next. She is present with her life, and as divine inspiration comes, she moves. So that's what I reminded myself this week. That everything shows up at the right time so long as you allow it. And the best action to take is actually sometimes nothing at all. I just started a new project after trying to be as patient and considerate with starting a new project. There's a version of me that just starts and starts and starts 7 different projects at a time. And that is not an orderly mind. That is a result of a chaotic mind. And what is it for? To fill some sort of void and ultimately just create distractions in my life. I was feeling so much creative energy and I wanted to start something, and I had nothing to work on. So I challenged myself to just be uncomfortable and practice patience with choosing what I would start next. And let me tell you, it was uncomfortable. But I finally allowed myself to start something, and I decided to make a shawl because the mornings have been quite cool. So when I go out, I just sort of wanted something to wrap myself in. But it's not sweater weather yet, not even close. But it is a little chilly, so this would be nice. And I did start this 7 times over, truly. And I finally just picked a design and I'm going with it because I'm gonna overcome the self-doubt that's telling me that this is not what I want. I'm gonna overcome the perfectionism because it's not that serious, it's a shawl. And there are far more important things to disrupt my mental headspace than a shawl. But here, this is what we're going with. So far, I'm doing rows of triple crochet. I think it'll be like wrapping yourself in a blanket. So yeah, that's what I did. And honestly, I caved. As much as I had practiced patience and was conscious with what I would create next, I just felt such an urge to start a project because I was feeling uncomfortable with not having something to do. Something to distract me from the slowness this week brought. And there's no right or wrong to this. But here's the thing about slowing down. If you slow down too much, you get stuck. Stuck daydreaming of a future and letting the future pass by without moving with it in the present. And that's the divine balance. You can be too still and get stuck daydreaming of a future, or you can run away with the idea of a future and be lost to the present. But finding that middle path is where you find all the answers. To walk the middle path is to walk the path of a master. And let me tell you, I am no master, and your path is not mine, and mine not yours. To become a master is to walk your own path, in divine balance and in harmony with all of life. But yeah, this week was a lot. A lot of inner pressure to move while also finding that balance of mental stillness. All I know is we're all in this together, so if I'm feeling this, then others are too. And I hope you find that balance of inner stillness so that when your spark of creation arises, you're able to follow it. Okay, cool. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.